Good morning, everybody. Is anybody out there that can hear? I just wanted to say a few things this morning as a concerned father, more than anything. I'm standing outside of this display, which is really colourful and looks quite enticing. And I want to start with asking a question about advertising. Do we understand what advertising is? Because I remember back in the 70s, you may not remember this, but because you might not be as old as me, but there was a company called K-Tel, and every Christmas they advertised a record cleaner on the TV. They advertised a record cleaner. And lots of people brought this record cleaner because it was advertised. And I can tell you myself, it was absolutely rubbish. It wasn't worth buying. And loads of people bought it because it was advertised. Now, I know there are a lot of people that identify as gay, bisexual, transgender, and whatever else. And this message now is not anything like hatred towards them people. I want to speak about the ideology being advertised in front of our children. You may not know this because it's not promoted so much on the media, but there are about 2% of people in the UK that identify as sexually diverse. 2%. There are even less people that would pledge allegiance to this current ideology, because that's where it is. It's not based on fact or truth or anything else. It's based on a load of ideas. And I can tell you something else about ideas. When I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s, there was similar things going on in the world to what's going on now. Like there was a threat of nuclear war. Margaret Thatcher was tearing down the nation's ability to earn money. We still import coal now after the coal mines were closed. So as children, we were a little bit confused, a little bit scared, a little bit couldn't care less-ish because of the world that we grew up in. Now, you've recently got past all this COVID stuff and children have been out of school and they've been fixed on these mobile phones. And they've been well connected to social media. Their eyes have been opened to things that they didn't need to see. I want to mention God now because I'm a Christian. And I want to mention the Garden of Eden and the story of creation. And how a loving God created Adam and Eve. They were male and female because, sorry to say this, but it's true. There are two sexes, male and female. Children are prone to imagination. Children are prone to role play. It's a good thing when you're role playing something that's good. But I've heard conversations between young people nowadays considering themselves to be part of this group. Why? Because it's advertised. Back to the story of creation. God put Adam and Eve in a garden called Eden. And he told them, you can eat from all of the trees in the Garden of Eden, but stay away from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because if you eat from that tree, you will see things that you will not be able to make the right decisions around. That's me paraphrasing scripture a little bit. God actually said, if you eat from that tree, you will die. Now, what happened? Adam and Eve decided to eat from that tree. Their eyes were then opened to all things. things that are not good and things that are good. These people were created as adults and they still couldn't make good decisions around all the stuff that they didn't need to know. So how we expect our children to make good decisions when faced with a load of stuff that they don't need to know about. In society today, the government has taken away our rights as parents to stop our children from doing wrong things and put authority in the family into the hands of children. This is not a mistake. This is not a mistake. This is 2 minutes, I'll be done. This is actually, it's an attack on the family. It's an attack on the family. The amount of children